And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Hope everybody had a fantastic weekend, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Tonight, we're going to be talking about CSGO cases, and we're going to be just analyzing a couple cases, giving you guys my thought process on how to proceed with cases, what percentage of your portfolios should be cases, all that and more, guys, we're going to be answering tonight. So hopefully you guys have your notebook, piece of paper, pencil, and you guys are ready to learn and, discuss the many wonders of case investing. But before we get into that, I do want to shout out the Patreon, of course, an ever-growing community of members. You guys get access to the private Discord server. You have access to my personal investments when I buy, when I sell. I'm going to be doing a lot of selling in a few days, or maybe even tonight, and then I'll be buying some more investments. I posted a video about like a really cool investment with some interesting potential last night. So tier 2 members, tier 3 members, shout out to you guys. The members only videos on YouTube are available. If you go to my homepage and you scroll down a little bit, you'll see the members only videos for tier 2s and above. And yeah, holy cow, there's 777 videos I've uploaded. That's actually kind of crazy. That's actually pretty cool. But anyways, I digress, chat. If anybody's interested in joining the private community, Discord and Patreon and everything is in the description. Let's get started, chat. How to make profits from CSGO cases. Okay, chat. Let's get started. So, how do you make profit from CSGO cases? All right, so historically, guys, what you did was you buy a case that is cheap today and hold on to it for a couple of months, actually for a couple of years, honestly, for a couple of years. And then you come back to CSGO and realize that the case is now 2x, 3x, 4x the price you initially paid. And there you go, you've made profit, very simple. Now, that's at its like most basic and simple form. However, you can make profit in a couple other ways too. Invest in operation cases during the operation. So for example, let's say during the last operation, Riptide, you were able to buy cases for a low price, when the operation was dropping, right? When people were doing missions. You buy the cases then, operation ends, and then you wait, and then prices go higher, you sell afterwards. It's pretty simple stuff. Supply, demand, all that good stuff. Investing in operation cases today, okay, let me back it up here for a second. Not every operation case is equal. And what I mean by that, so this actually is a sub point. Not every operation case is equal, meaning Bravo case is not the same as a Riptide case. Meaning, well, A, one is older and more expensive, but B, the Bravo case is still dropping in CSGO, while the Riptide case is discontinued. The reason for that is the Riptide case, you could only get it by redeeming your stars. And how do you get those stars? You do missions. You played during the operation. However, the Bravo case, it was added in the game many years ago when we didn't have a concept of stars, missions, all that stuff. It was just an operation case, and it's an old case that is still dropping, albeit very rarely. Like, it's very unlikely to get it. Benson, appreciate the membership. Shout out to you, man. Tier 3. Is that your first time, Benson? That is a new member. Welcome. Guys, if you guys decide to become channel members, go to my YouTube channel, click on the membership tab. Membership tab is your friend. That's how you get access to the members-only videos, behind the scenes. And then, obviously, if you scroll down, there will be a link to the Discord. Okay. Let's keep going, guys. So yeah, investing in operation cases during an operation. Now, does that mean that you can't buy the Bravo case as an investment? No, that's not entirely true. You can still buy the Bravo case, but you have to be precise with your entry points. And what I mean by that is if you go on CSGO Stash, if you go on Bravo case, you search for the Bravo case charts, you'll see that it's currently $52, chat. So what I mean by that is, like, you have to look at the charts and say, okay, we are well off of the highs. So historically, all-time high, it's $84. So if you were to buy today, there probably will be a point sometime in the future, judging by the overall trend of the chart and, how rare and special and people like, this case. If you think the trend will continue in, a positive direction, there'll probably come a point, let's say, in, I don't know, a couple months, maybe a year, where the price is back up maybe to 80, maybe even testing new highs. So I'm not saying now is the best time to buy a Bravo case. I'm just saying, generally speaking, if you were inclined to invest in an operation case like a Bravo case, you want to buy during these troughs, like these like low points, and then you sell during the peaks. So hopefully that makes sense. Prod Koozie with the tier 1 membership. Shout out to you, man. Yeah, guys, tier 1 gets you access to the Discord. Tier 2 gets you access to the videos. Tier 3 gets you access to everything, but you also get access to my investment spreadsheets, my Excel spreadsheet with all of my buys and sells, alerts, all that good stuff in the Discord. So if you want the full package, tier 3 it is. Okay. Let's keep going here. So that's the operation cases. Generally speaking, what I would recommend when investing in operation cases is the best time to invest is during the operation, but the second best time to invest is, when the cases become discontinued, meaning the operation ends. So at any point that you think the price is affordable and, the sale has ended or the operation has ended, that is another good time to buy. So right now, chat, what are these discontinued cases? So, discontinued cases. The discontinued cases are as follows: Broken Fang, Riptide, and before that, that was Shattered Web. So these 3 cases are the only 3 that are discontinued. And they all have some very good skins in them. Some of them have, Ops, Containment Breaches, Desert Eagle, Ocean Drive, I think it's called. Broken Fang had the M4ONS Prince Stream. It had some decent skins in there. Plus, not to mention gloves and rare knives like the Shadow Web knives, and obviously Riptide had the Gamma Doppler butterflies, which look absolutely stunning, an emerald butterfly in CS2. So these are some good cases. Right now, they're a bit pricey. They're not like cheap. I'm not going to tell you that, if you buy today, you're buying at a bargain, like a great price. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that, these things tend to hold their value in a sense, and they are limited time. So like, they have a limited supply is what I'm trying to say. Limited supply. That being said, with all of this in mind, chat, here is what it really comes down to when you're investing in cases. Here is the risk when it comes to cases. And there is a risk. Anything that you can consider an investment, an asset, always has risk. There is nothing in this world, in this universe, that doesn't have risk involved. Everything has risk. Life is a risk. So the risk with cases is, Valve changing the drop system. The way we get cases. Now, again, obviously, Valve have been doing this a long time. CSGO has been out for 11 years. Valve have a good understanding of how their game works, how the market works, how, investors, players, they know what's going on with their skins economy and everything, their microtransactions. They know this stuff, chat. So, obviously, they don't want to hurt themselves. They want to make the most profit. So, at the end of the day, no matter what they do, they will always make money. But we need to make sure that we also make the most money, which is why case investing is risky, but it is generally rewarding, especially the sooner you start, meaning you buy the cases that are common today so that tomorrow or a couple years from now, those cases are no longer common and they tend to rise. If you want the lowest risk possible, you go with the discontinued cases because there is a lower chance of them, being added back to the game. Doesn't mean it can't be done. It just means that they probably will remain limited supply. Now, some people, a lot of the critics will say, what happens if the supply runs out? What happens if all the Shattered Web cases get unboxed? That would be horrendous. Wouldn't that cause, the prices of the Shattered Web case knives and the skins to exponentially go higher and skyrocket in price, and it would just be an imbalance? And honestly, that's a fair criticism. That's a fair point. In which case, they may have to intervene, chat. As crazy as it may sound, these things are limited time only, and the supply is decreasing every single day. So there may come a point sometime in the future where even these cases, they'll have to inflate them a little bit, add more supply to the circulating supply. So they may have to reintroduce that. I'm not saying they will, chat. I'm just saying the risk is they could always change the drop system, so you got to be careful with that. Okay, another way to limit the risk. So limit the risks. So how to limit the risk? Invest in operation cases, cases that have high demand and are rare drops, but also invest in cases that are cheap and soon to be removed. What do I mean by that? I mean a case that has been in the game for a couple of, cycles, right? Cycle is basically a case gets added and then one case has to get removed because that case was added many releases ago, many updates ago, and it's time to remove one, add one, remove one, add one, right? So so what I would say is the two that are, next in line to be removed are the snakebite cases and the fracture cases. Now I could make a whole video or stream, the pros and cons of both of them, right? Why snakebite will get removed, why fracture case will get removed, or vice versa, which one will stay, which one will get removed. Next in line chronologically is the fracture case. It was the first to be added. Snakebite was after. So these two cases are pretty certain that one of them will get removed. And those are the types of cases that you want to buy when they're cheap and they're still dropping, so that in a couple of years, you sell at a profit. Again, some of us don't have a couple of years. Some of us don't want to wait a couple of years. Some of us don't even want to invest in cases, and that's totally fine. Why are you watching this video? No, I'm kidding. But in general, I would say for cases, I don't want your entire inventory to be cases. And I know there's tons of people out there that have liquidated their skins and they are all in on cases, and I think that's a huge mistake. That's a that's a high risk, super high, high reward, super high risk. It's not even a super high reward. Okay, best case scenario, what happens with cases? They double, triple, okay, great. You have a crazy, inventory and it makes it even more crazier. That's great. But it's a lot of risk. And what I would say, another way to limit the risk is to not invest more than 5% of your net worth. So your portfolio, no more than 5% should be cases. And those cases should be cases that I described, either very cheap cases that are about to get removed, or also high demand cases that have really good looking skins that are old, discontinued. What the hell? All right, hold on, chat. What? Okay, I'm gonna have to, yikes, that's an L right there. Okay, give me 1 second, boys, hold on. Okay, I'm back. So, limit the risks, guys. Limit the risks. They could always change the drop system. Now, which cases... Okay, so another thing. So why invest in cases? So why invest in cases, chat? You invest in cases because people love to open them. Limited supply for some of them. Well, no, for all of them. All of them have limited supply... or they only get added once per week per account. That's true. And again, this could change. This is the current drop system. It could always change. So limited supply. And I would say, yeah, people love to open them. Limited supply. Well, that's how we get new skins added to the game. 9 times out of 10. Most times we get new skins by opening cases. Now, are there exceptions like operations or drop collections? Sure. But historically, a lot of the skins that were added to the game were, added through cases, right? That's how they make a lot of, when I say Valve, when I say they, I mean Valve, they make the most of their money from cases, right? People buying the keys, buying the cases, and opening them. So that's how we get new skins added to the game. So you want to invest in cases because there's huge, and when I say people love to open them, I mean demand. Demand is high, right? Limited supply, that's how we get new skins added to the game. And, They are, yeah, they're an asset, or they're a commodity, I guess. Commodity, right? Okay. So, also, people love to open them. Whoops, sorry, hold on. People love to open them. Why do people love to open them? Well, for a variety of reasons. Feed and addiction, but also feed and addiction, or like the thrill, or the hobby, if you will, right? And then another reason is, well, knives and gloves. Rare special items. People love the rare special items. Whether you're a big fan of Counter-Strike or just a casual guy, you love the expensive high-tier stuff and you love the thrill of opening them, right? So that's why you invest. But here's the thing. Here's the catch. When I say invest, I don't mean open. So you're buying them for people that love them, love to open them, and you're gonna sell it to those people. So remember, guys, never open your investments, whether they're cases, whether they're capsules, like nothing. Containers, you keep them, you store them, you sell them at a profit, and that's it. No opening. So never open your investments, and yeah, never open your investments. And for the most part, yeah, limit yourself to like 5%. And yeah, that's a huge thing. Never open your investments, even if you got them as like a drop. Like, I know a lot of you guys play this game frequently, weekly drop, you get a case and then you open it because it's like, oh, it's just one case. But it adds up, guys. It adds up, I'm telling you. 52 cases times, you know, $2.50. It adds up over the years. So please just save your money, invest, and you'll be good to go. Now, which cases are the best to invest in? That's actually a very valid question. And honestly, it changes. It depends on sentiment, depends on market sentiment. And what I mean by that is, let's say in 2023, I would say summer of 2023, there was a huge surge in demand for Dopplers, on the OG knives. And when I say OG knives, I mean like the first generation knives in CSGO. And what are those? Those are the Karambits. Those are the M9s, the M9 bayonet, the M9 bayonet and then the bayonet, my bad. Sorry about that. I always get that mixed up. M9 bayonet. And then, you know, you got your flip and then your gut knife, blah, blah, blah. But anyways, so your first generation knives. So find the cases that those knives are found in, right? So for example, there would be like, you know, the Chroma case, and yeah, the Chroma 2 case. I believe those are the two ones that had those. If you want the emeralds versions of those, you can go with the Gamma case for like the emerald and Gamma Dopplers, for those knives, right? So when I say it depends on the market sentiment, is like we don't know how long this will last. This could be for a couple of months. It could be for a couple of years. Generally speaking, chat, at least in recent years, I would say fades are, you know, okay, how should I say it? Sapphires, rubies, emeralds are like the safest, right? And those are like special tier Dopplers, right? They're usually greater than the fades, which are usually greater than the Dopplers, which are like phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, which are usually greater than the vanillas, which are usually greater than the Tiger Tooths, and then the other ones like, you know, Damascus Steels and blah, 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 right? Like, you know, you keep going, right? Now, some will argue, after a couple of recent updates, right, to CS2, that the Phase 2 Dopplers look absolutely stunning, and they probably are better than the Fade, or they're better than the Ruby or Sapphire. And again, this is all subject to change. This is all what I mean by depends on market sentiment. It really depends. You have to pay attention to what is happening with CSGO, CS2 I should say now. Pay attention to what they do to the game, what changes they make to the skins, how investors and players react to those changes. If you see a lot of people tweeting on X or Twitter or whatever you want to call it, saying they love this particular phase or they love this particular knife or whatever, then you follow the demand. If you see that, you know, people like it, you start maybe investing in some of them, and hopefully you invest at a low price as opposed to a high price. And again, never chase an investment. Here's another pro tip when it comes to especially cases, guys. Here's another pro tip. Never chase a case. Never chase a case. Meaning, if a case spikes 20%, you know, 5 to 20% in a day, don't chase it. Don't put your life savings into it. Don't throw a huge percentage of your net worth into it, and throw a huge percentage or amount of money into it, because it almost always doesn't end well, and you're just a sheep at the end of the day, right? You need to get in before people realize, before people, fall into that hype, right? Especially if it's an investment. And when I think of cases, they're usually instruments for investing, right? Long-term investments. Cases historically, like I said earlier in the stream, are long-term investments. So yeah, never chase a case. And the reason you never want to chase a case, generally speaking, is that there will always be a new case. Why? There will always be a new case. Always. They add cases every few years, or every few months, I should say, every so often. So there will be a new case, and you'll have more opportunities to invest. Whether it's an operation case or a non-operation case, you'll get a new case eventually. So hopefully that makes sense. So that being said, right now, if we were to look at the charts, which cases should we be buying? So I'm looking at the Steam market, and I see that the Dreams and Nightmares case is always number 1 or number 2. They seem to be very popular, but it's still dropping, and it's about $1.18. So it's kind of pricey right now. Not too thrilled about the price, but I like the demand. Revolution case, slightly newer case, but still very expensive. Probably would not be investing in the Revolution case. I would actually recommend that if you do get a Revolution case, you probably should sell it immediately so that you can lock in those gains, that free money, and use that money for some cheaper cases or some other investments. Snakebite case, there's quite a few of them, but they are probably next in line to be removed. I can make a whole video and we can have discussions talking about why I think that is, but it's either snakebite or fracture. Fracture is more expensive, pretty much double the amount or double the money for snakebite. Chroma 3 case, chat, $253. Chroma 3 has those awesome knives that we talked about earlier. Gamma 2 seems to be pretty popping right now. Why? Well, old case, rare drop, and it contains the Gamma knives, right? Breakout cases has butterfly knives, so you guys get the point. These are all popular cases. And again, the way you do it is you go to the Steam market, you click on CSGO, and then you can look at the top page, and it's usually cases, a couple capsules, and you'll see what is popping, what's popular, right? And then you track this. You track this for a day, a week, maybe a few weeks, and you say, all right, which cases seem to be the most popular right now? What are their prices? Look at their charts, try to see what's going on. As you can see, this has been pretty flat, Danger Zone cases. So at the moment, it's just an accumulation phase. I don't really see any reason for it to like crash necessarily, but I also don't see a reason for it to like spike up in value all of a sudden, right? It just seems to be like either accumulating, and then maybe over the next couple of years it starts, linearly rising, nothing crazy, but I could be wrong. And again, and that's what you need to, as the investor, decide. Danger Zone cases actually contain the vanilla Talons, which are the Horizon knives, and those are pretty decent, I would say. Talons, Ursus knives, stuff like that. Those are good knives and old knives. They're starting to be old, right? So, not saying Danger Zone case is the best investment right now. I'm just giving that as an example. Phoenix case, old OG knives. Let's see. I mean, there's tons of cases. Revolver case, Onipixel, the streamer, the popular guy on Twitch. Yada, yada, yada. Revolver case, the hobby. There's tons of reasons to, Spectrum cases, the butterfly knives with the butterfly Dopplers. I mean, you can go on and on. Prisma 2s, they have Dopplers for the Talons. If you think that that's going to be a thing, that'll be pretty good. But the thing I need to drill into you guys is that there is always risk with cases, which is why you shouldn't go all in on cases and you shouldn't have more than 5%, because here's the thing, chat. CS2, bottom line. Here's the bottom line, guys. CS2 is around the corner. CS2 is around the corner. It's coming, whether you like it or not. We're going to have CS2 really soon. And the thing we need to worry about is for a case investor worries, right? The case investor worries are as follow. A change in the drop system, allowing for more cases to enter the circulating supply, causing prices to go down, diluting the market. Or B, or another reason, or number two, another worry is brand new case that contains a brand new knife or a brand new collection of finishes, which are the skins on the knives, that overtake the popularity and demand of Dopplers or fades. So for example, right now, fades and Dopplers are kings of CSGO. Everybody knows or heard of them, rubies, sapphires, everybody loves them, right? And they look good and, that's great. But there's always that risk in the back of your mind that, okay, all right, I'm investing in these cases because they contain these great knives and they're so popular, but you never know when the next trend will start. We've been enjoying a couple of steady years where fades and Dopplers are king, everybody loves them, but that could always change. Back in 2015, Crimson Webs and Slaughters used to be very popular. Why? Because we didn't have the concept of Dopplers. When they added Dopplers, nobody cared about the pattern on a Slaughter, nobody cared about the diamond, or nobody cared about the, the three double cobwebs on both sides and all that jazz. Only collectors do, right? So most people care about, ooh, shiny colors, flashy, right? So that's the thing you need to be worried about. A brand new case coming in with brand new knives, brand new collections, brand new finishes that steal the thunder of some of these older knives, and that could be a thing. And again, if you're a butterfly fan, and this is not just for cases, if you own a butterfly knife, well, butterfly is the king above karambits. Generally speaking, if we were to poll the entire community, I'm pretty sure most people will say butterfly is the best knife in CSGO. Most people. Not everyone, but most people. Karambits are close. M9s, bayonets, all those others are really close as well. That being said, it may not always be the case. So whenever somebody says, I have thousands of breakout cases, I'm like, great, dude, that's awesome. That's perfect. Breakout cases are great investments. I love them. But there's always that risk because they're a great investment until they're not. And the only way I can see them not being a good investment is for breakout cases and cases like that is if there's a change in the drop system, meaning, hey, here's more breakout cases. You can open a bunch more. Or B, a brand new knife that is better than the butterfly knife. It could happen. I don't know if it will happen. I don't have a crystal ball. But it could always happen, and that there's always that risk involved in the back of my mind. It's like, I don't want to buy too many breakout cases. I don't want to buy too many of these knives. I don't want to buy too many of this particular thing. Too much of a good thing is a bad thing, chat. Remember that. Too much of a good thing is a bad thing. Remember that. Okay. With that being said, right now, since we are so close to CS2 around the corner, and that we have these two big worries, in my opinion. One final thing with the worries. One final thing with the worries is, CS2, okay, so case investor worries, muted, is muted the right word? Yeah, muted or slow growth, in the future. And what I mean by that is, over the last couple of years, or actually over the last year, I would say, right? We've seen some crazy growth on cases. Like this is a Prisma 2 case. It used to be trading at like 15, 13 cents. And at its peak early this year, it went up to $1.20. This level of return, like this 10x right here that we've had over the past year, probably will not be sustainable. We won't have that same 10x from 84 cents anytime soon, in my opinion. I think it's going to take years for a Prisma case to go from 84 cents that is trading now to reach $8. It's going to take years, chat. So What I mean by muted or slow growth is like the past performance or the recent performance probably won't be indicative of future performance, especially in the short term. There's a reason why cases went up so much in such a short amount of time. I can make a whole video about it, or maybe a stream talking about it. But we probably won't be seeing the same return. So you have to be a little bit more realistic when it comes to cases. And the risk here is, or the worry is, you will be parking your money in a slow growing asset that may not rise or keep up with inflation and or demand, external factors. So hopefully that makes sense. Again, there's always that worry, that risk, and that's why I say don't invest more than 5% of your portfolio into cases. 5% is a decent amount. Personally, I am very, very underweight cases. I barely have any cases in my investments. I will be adding cases when the new operation comes out. I do expect an operation to come out later this year, early next year at the latest, but that is for another video or stream. We can discuss that later. Okay, so bottom line, CS2 is around the corner. What I would be doing with cases right now is, honestly, I probably wouldn't be buying too many cases right now. If you really want to invest in cases and have that 5%, again, go for cases that are discontinued. Go for cases from operations. Go for cases that are off their all-time highs. They are rare cases. Or put some money in the cheap cases that are still dropping, that are about to get removed. Because here's the thing, chat. When CS2 comes out, I can almost guarantee you, with 100% certainty, almost, that we will get a new case. Maybe it's going to be called the CS2 case. Maybe it will be called, I don't know what it will be called, but there will be a new case, or new skins, or new collections. There will be something new, and it will probably be a case of some sort. They're not just going to release the game after all this hype and be like, okay guys, you've been playing the seasons, but guess what? Now the game is officially live. No, that's not going to happen. They're going to give us something new to test out the game engine and have more hype and demand. So, also, it's been 200 and I forget how many days since we've had a case. So, naturally, we are due for a case, guys. So, the reason I bring this up is we're probably going to get a new case, and because we're going to get a new case, we're probably going to get rid of a case, which is probably going to be Snakebite or Fracture. One of those two cases. Meaning supply will get, shut off. It'll become low, right? Every day as new cases get opened, with the lower drop rate, causing, the supply to go down. Demand is still pretty good for them, and prices will go higher in the long run. So again, you have a couple options, couple cases. Don't buy too many of them, and yeah, don't overextend yourself too much, because here's the thing. They could add a brand new case, but they could also give us something crazy. What if... Now here's a food for thought, chat. I'm gonna give you one last food for thought, another worry in CSGO. What if, guys, what if CS2 comes out and they add a brand new case, just like they did with the Anubis collection package? It's in the store, the CS2 store, and you can buy as many of them as you want. Imagine that. Imagine they did that. Again, I'm not saying they will do that. I'm not saying they should do that or it makes sense for them to do that. I'm just saying this thing is opened millions of times. Like, so many of these get opened each month. They're making bank off of the Anubis collection. Bank. They're making millions off of this package, right? I'm just saying, here's a brand new case. You don't have to, you don't play to get it. You can open as many of them as you want. However, this case is a limited time case. So this case gets added to the game. You can open as many of them as you want for 6 months. And then a brand new case comes in, and then they swap it out. Again, I'm just spitballing. These are ideas, but again, the reason I'm giving you guys these ideas is that, like, they could always change the system again, and that could hurt investors in the long run if you own these cases, or you were hoping for a case to be discontinued or what have you. So, like, a lot can change is basically what I'm trying to say. A lot can change. Some of it makes sense, some of it doesn't. Obviously, it's their game and they can do whatever they want with it, so you gotta be careful. Okay, with that being said, what time is it? 5:36. I don't want to make this stream super long. With that being said, let me answer a couple of questions and then we'll call it a stream. So, let's see who's still here. Who's active, chat? Can we get some fire emojis to see if you guys are awake? Who's still awake? Make sure you guys vote in the poll. Are you currently invested in CSGO cases? It seems to be 50-50. 56% of you are invested. 44% of you are not. Did I scare anybody, or did I, entice anybody from the nose to start investing? Like, again, the point of this video is not to scare or encourage you to invest. It's to give you guys my thought process when it comes to investing in cases and just explain how I see the situation, the market, the landscape, right? So hopefully you guys understand. I think Shattered Web is a W. As long as it remains discontinued, I agree with you. Agree with you, absolutely. New cases has CS2 skin abilities to look incredible, aka people want the cool new looking skins. Exactly, Chris. Exactly. Thanks for the info and the content. Of course, Corvo. Of course, guys, do me a favor. Hit that like button if you guys found value from this lecture, from this video. If you guys enjoyed, please like the stream. Why haven't you gotten your service medal yet? It takes up a spot in my inventory. I'm actually not sure if I should redeem it. Is it wise to invest in cases for the short term, 2 to 4 months, specifically for a CS2 release? Unbeaten. This section right here. Risks. Know the risks. If you buy cases for the next 2 to 4 months, that is considered a trade, not an investment. And what I mean by that is you buy for the market sentiment, momentum, CS2 hype, blah, 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 and hope that price appreciates in a short time and you get lucky. Again, it's risky, it's high reward, high risk. I would not recommend it. Do you think I should sell my danger zone cases in the hopes that they drop a new operation? I mean, I wouldn't sell all of your danger zone cases, but yeah, I would definitely be shrinking your supply of danger zone cases. I used to have like tens of thousands of danger zone cases, and I pretty much sold all of them. So, you don't have to copy me, but at the end of the day, I chose to get out of cases just because I didn't see that same upward potential as there once was, especially with the new climate, with like new, new operation, new case, new CS, new game, stuff like that. Quick sell CS20 for Paris capsules, yes or no? I mean, that's probably the play. As much as I love the CS20 case, I think it's so cool, special case, old case, oldish case. Yeah, probably the Paris capsules is the way to go. Sell everything, CS is dead, my guy. Okay. Okay. Let's see. My man, you talk about this and that, but what about people that only have a few dollars to invest? Let's say 100. If you only have $100 to invest, cases is probably not the way to go. You're more likely to see a better return in the sticker market or the capsule market. So in your case with $100, I would recommend you watch some of my streams and videos about how to invest money into Paris. So go onto my YouTube channel, click on the live tab, and I think I did a video recently investing $500 in the Paris sale. Watch that video. Or if you want exactly $100, we did one 2 months ago, still pretty valid. The price is maybe a little bit lower or higher depending on the sticker, but how to invest $100 in the Paris sale, highly recommend you check this video out. They're all recorded on my YouTube channel. Yeah. What happens when Valve adds a new case? The latest case from the non-drop will be the rare drop, and the latest case, okay. It's usually it's usually the first case that was added gets removed, but it's not always the case. There's always that risk. How you doing there, Silver? Invest 100 euros on buff in Fnatic papers, glitters. Yep, those are great. Will the OP skins incident happen again? Because my account is linked with sites like, okay, I'm scared next few years it might get banned. The first thing I would do is I would unlink all of your accounts with any of those shady websites, and don't ever do that again. Don't gamble. Don't use those sites. Stay safe out there, I guess. I don't know. As long as you didn't do anything too malicious, I think you'll be fine. Can I open the CS20th case if I'm not 20 years old? Yes, you can. My problem is I don't know how to. Okay. Did you give them your API key? Anomaly made a great video on YouTube about how not to get API scammed. I would first unlink your API, make sure you clear all the, like, nobody has access to your key. And then once you do that, I mean, there's really not much else you can do, really. I mean, you can close that account through their websites if you can, unlink it somehow. It's usually done through their settings. If it's not possible, maybe you can contact their customer support if they have one. But again, I mean, it's just at your own risk. Revoke the key. Yeah. Thank you, Nevin. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Any other case investing questions, guys? Most skin price now keep decreasing. Do you think there's going to be another hype wave, or should I sell now? Depends on the skin. What skin are you worried about that's decreasing in price? Are all of them decreasing? I mean, there's no surprise. I mean, I'm not surprised that prices are off their all-time highs. Yeah, like initially we had a huge spike. There may be a second spike, but nothing is guaranteed. So again, that's why I say you shouldn't just invest in skins. You shouldn't just invest in cases. You should also take a look at stickers, especially cheap stickers, especially Paris or some of the Antwerps or Stockholms, which I will be making new videos and new streams talking about them as well. Is Operation Broken Fang a hold? Probably. I'd probably hold it. Yes, sir. Let's see. Any other questions, chat? Any other questions? Speak now, guys. Speak now. Invest in old Chinese vases. Low risk, high reward. All right. I like that. I like that. Let's see. I think I don't invest in cases right now. I wait for operation. And see, here's the thing, Darzes. That's a very valid strategy, and that's honestly the strategy that I'm really employing. I'm honestly going to be waiting until we get a new operation and then use my money, my capital, to invest in that case. Because right now, yes, you can invest in cases. Yes, it is diversification. Yes, there is that potential for the CS2 hype to, you know, reaccelerate and, you know, some of those cases to go even higher. But it is a little risky. I'd much rather take a look at some Paris investments or some cheaper stickers and go from there. Good time to invest in Apex. I mean, I gotta look at the price, but sure, I don't see why not. How much are Apex hollows? Apex hollows are $10. Anything under 10, you probably should have bought when it was under 10, like somewhere down here. But as I predicted, there would have been a bounce, and it seems like we bounced off of the new low, relative low that we made, so that's pretty good. But we're still overall negative, I would say. So you could buy a couple here. If it drops even more, buy more. Yeah, DCA, my guy, DCA. How you doing there, Dennis? What's up, man? Happy Monday. If cases go rarer, okay, what rises in price faster, the cases or the reds, and or the high tiers from the collection? I mean, if the skins rise in demand, the cases will also rise because people will be buying them and opening them. So I would say it's pretty, I would say cases because they're cheaper, but like reds will also rise too. So I usually don't invest in reds just because like you're not really going to see a doubling in the reds, but you may see a pretty significant case appreciation depending on the case and depending on like how rare it is. So personally, case reds are not the best investments long term. They're good skins, they're good play skins, but I don't think they're good investments. It depends on the case though. Is it like an operation case? Is it discontinued? Stuff like that. So I would go with the rare cases personally, but that's just me. I think the Falchion case is good because of the Bunsen burner. Bunsen burner is a blue, my guy, very common. So I wouldn't just invest. I would not invest. Like people are not opening the Falchion case for the Bunsen burner. I just want to make that crystal clear. Are you opening any of the Paris capsules? Absolutely not. Do not open your investments. Never open the capsules or the cases or anything. Save your money, guys. Save your money. Epic Dondu says I do. Well, that's usually a mistake. But as long as you don't like sell your hollows or golds and, you know, keep buying more capsules, then maybe it's fine, I guess. I don't know. Did I make a mistake having to create a buy order for 500 Bunsen burners? Maybe, because that's a lot of Glock skins you're gonna have to sell. But I wouldn't like panic or anything. Those are decent skins, but they're common, my guy. The thing with case skins, guys, you need to understand, case skins are one of the most common skins in CSGO because there's so many cases that got dropped, so many players open them, there's so many of these skins out there. Yes, they get used in trade-ups, but there's just way too many of them, especially the blues. So whenever you invest in blues, unless there's a huge demand shock like CS2 coming out or the hype of CS2, you really aren't going to see meaningful appreciation with skins. And again, rewatch my old streams and videos. I talk about this all the time. Skins, individual skins will not make you rich. If you are already rich, you will have nice skins, but you will not get rich from your skins. Maybe you use some of them to hold your value and, you know, accumulate some wealth and it goes higher over the long run, but it's not going to make you rich. It's not the investment that will really multiply your inventory. Just wanted to ask, will there be a tier 3 stream this upcoming weekend? Yes, the upcoming weekend should have a tier 3 stream. What about Operation Case skins? That's a whole nother topic, my guy. And yes, those usually are solid investments, but they hold their value. They're not necessarily known to explode or grow your value that much. But again, it depends on demand. Stuff can happen. Should I sell my Hydra case for capsules? How many Hydra? Well, you only have one Hydra case, or do you have many? I would probably keep a couple, but you should probably sell your Hydra cases for capsules. Thank you for your work. Good night. Appreciate the support, my guy. Hit the like button on your way out, my dude. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. What time is it? 5:47. Oh, shoot. Okay. Okay, chat. Final questions about Bunsen burners before the CS2 release. It was a 5x the moment it was announced. Good for you. Hey, Fano, long time no see. Daniel Lee, what's up? Open that VS Code, buddy. Nah, I'm good. Gabe, I'm sorry, I'm not working, boss. What do you think about the Liquid Fire Hollow Rio? Liquid Fire? Wait, the Liquid Hollow Rio. I'd have to see how it looks in CS2. Right now, I'm answering case questions, chat. So if you have any case questions, let me know. Like, I know cases aren't the most, like, sexiest of investments right now, but, like, if you have any like, lingering last-minute, like, questions about cases, I don't have too much time tonight. Hopefully, we'll do a longer stream tomorrow. Yeah, but, like, look at this, chat. The Wildfire case has only 12,000 of them listed, but they're, you know, $2.33. Meanwhile, if you look at the Breakout case, the Breakout case has 32,000 listed, and it's double the amount of money. So, like, don't just go with the quantity. Don't just invest because of a low supply. You need that demand. You need that case to have people wanting to buy them and open. This case is more expensive not because it's older, rarer, or what have you, the supply. It's because it has more demand. More people love the butterfly knife than they do the Bowie knife. So we gotta be careful. You need that wow factor, exactly. Are they supposed to remove the lenticular capsule? They're not supposed to do anything. Like, Brandon, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. They'll probably keep that capsule in the game. Most likely. When is the time to sell cases? When you've made a profit and you want to lock in those gains and reinvest that money elsewhere. So, like, if you're sitting at a profit right now, it might not be a bad idea to lock in some of those case gains and putting that money into Paris or some other cheaper investment that hasn't run up as much as your cases. Should we buy the Breakout case Hydra then? Again, I would argue right now probably not. Doesn't seem like the reward is high enough for the risk. Just because I don't see the Hydra case doubling in value anytime soon. Meanwhile, you could take that money and put it into a Paris capsule that could probably double in the next few months, most likely. You know, history speaking, that is, right? Hopefully that makes sense. Assuming the probability of fracture snake bites being removed is already incorporated into the price, will being invested in both not mess you up? One goes down, the other will go up, a new case comes. I guess it really depends on your time horizon, my guy, because here's the thing. I think both those cases in the long run go even higher than their current levels. The question is time. How much time will it take? So I really don't have that answer for you. I think it's a decent strategy, you know, 50-50, you buy both. But again, don't put too much money into it, and it's not as meaningful. You know, the returns probably won't be as meaningful as like a Paris or, you know, a sticker investment will. Off topic, Mouse Glitter, good? Yes, sir. Although I'm biased, I love Mouse. I made a mistake recently, got scammed from my Falchion cases by somebody, by Erob. Whoa, okay. Okay. What do you think about hoarding esports winter case? I think the X-ray is good. Low supply, low demand. So personally, unless something changes drastically, I don't see that as a good investment. It's a cool collector's case, but nothing more. It'll probably rise with time, but I mean, I don't know. I probably wouldn't go too much into them. True, but I have a lot already invested into Paris. Already, we'll buy the Riptide, Shatterweb, Broken Fang just as safe investments. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that, Gamer Index. Nothing wrong with that. When will the sale end? Tonight. Or this week, hopefully. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. What do you think about the Zero Nation glitter? Guys, we'll do a stream or maybe a video talking about like Rio stickers coming soon. So if you're interested in like Rio stickers and investments, I should have a video. Maybe we'll do a stream as well, but we'll see. Anyways, guys, Danger Zone case any good? I like the Danger Zone case, but I don't think it'll double or triple anytime soon. It may be a slow grower from here. May take a couple of years to see like meaningful growth. Which isn't bad, but it isn't like super sexy as maybe most people had hoped. We can talk more about that later. Should I invest heavily in Paris? That's what I'm doing. Okay, chat, I do gotta go, though. It is 5:50. I have something to do at 6, so I wanted to come into here, give you guys the content, and bounce. If you guys joined the stream late, just rewatch the stream. Hopefully, you guys get this content in here. Hopefully, you enjoyed. If I did not answer your question, guys, I know it was a short stream, leave a comment on this video. This is gonna get saved, and you will be able to leave a comment, and I will respond as soon as I can. I read all of my comments and everything in between. Have yourselves a fantastic Monday, chat. Tomorrow we're gonna talk, I don't know what we're gonna talk. We're gonna find a topic, maybe do some Q&A, longer stream. Have yourselves a fantastic rest of your Monday, and I'll see you guys next time. Happy investing, everyone. Much love.